Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing a simple oil change on my Nissan NV200. Also, we're going to be installing a new aftermarket plug so we can have quicker changes in the future, make everything a lot easier, a lot less cleanup, and let's get after it. But before I pull in the van, I am going to go over the tools, over all the supplies, and we're going to get right into it. Alright, so some of the tools we're going to be using today are work light, drill for taking off the cover. It's a 10 millimeter socket. No, nothing crazy, just with the socket adapter and everything. You can do it by hand, you can do it by wrench, it's fine. I just got it out of this DeWalt socket sets that I use for work from time to time. And unfortunately, I had to use channel locks, but I know that's not the right way. This is just a 10 millimeter Allen wrench. I needed this to get the old plug off. These are just a regular crescent wrench. Literally nothing's fancy here. And just a screwdriver to take off a couple of the other clips. Alright, so here we have some of the basic stuff that we're going to need. We got some gloves so, you don't get your hands hurt. We got some oil funnels, just so we don't make a mess when we're putting the oil in. We got some wheel chucks here, just simple, you gotta be safe when you do these things. It's not about quickness, it's more about safety. We got our oil and oil filter here. And I have a work light, just so we can see what we're doing. And then also a nice catch pan. These are really handy because you really don't want to make a mess in your garage, you don't want to make a mess really anywhere. And we just also have a couple of plastic ramps that we picked up from Harbor Freight. Very cheap, but I've heard good things and they seem very reliable. So, let's pull in the van. Alright, first up, let's put the wheel chucks behind the wheels. Okay. Alright, let's put this one on this side. Alright, I think we're pretty much ready to begin here. I also have the e-brake on. Obviously, engine's off. Just gotta pop the hood, open the valve, and we can begin. Alright, let's begin. Put the gloves on, open the hood, and remove the oil cap. Very simple. Alright, here we have the oil cap. Let's begin by taking that off. Just set that somewhere we don't lose it. Okay, one of the first things you got to do is locate the oil plug. Now, it's a pretty new vehicle, so this will come off pretty simple. I've already loosened the drain plug, and let's begin. Okay. This can go in the garbage. First, I gotta go wash my hands. Made a mess. Okay, as you can see, we're almost down to a very slow trickle. We'll let that continue to go, and in the meantime, we'll try to get up here and take out the oil filter. Now, I know I don't have the right tools for the oil filter. I only have a big pair of channel locks. This is the first time I've ever really done any of this kind of stuff. This is my first oil change, and I'm just trying to, I'm trying to do everything with you guys. whoever is watching. And I just want to, do my thing, try to save some money where I can, in these troubling times. $100 for an oil change at the, Vance, wherever you go in your area. It's just, and this is $40, $30 to do the oil change, a little bit of time, but, when you have multiple cars and you just try to save money wherever you can. Okay, now in order to get to the oil filter, we have to take off a bunch of screws, and a couple clips. I've already gotten the clips off. Oil filter is, you can't really, but I gotta take all these screws, I gotta take a few of these screws off anyways so I can get access to the oil filter. Okay, now that gives us access to the oil filter. Now, let me loosen that up. We can get that off, and then we can get on to the next part of putting the oil filter back on and then cleaning up around where the oil plug is and installing the aftermarket plug, which I'm pretty excited to do. I'm curious to see how it's going to look and how it's going to perform in future oil changes. Alright, now we have it cracked open, a little bit of oil's coming out, which is fine. It's always going to have a little bit of oil coming out. It's not a big deal. Always going to make a little mess. It's okay. Clean it up. That's what we're here for. Okay. Goes in there. Alright, before you install the oil filter, the factory says to take a little oil, put it around the filter gasket. Also, you're only supposed to hand tighten it until it's pretty snug and then go one turn past that. So definitely don't over tighten it. Don't overdo it. Now, with the pre-lubed oil filter, make sure not to cross thread it. Now, remember what they said, hand tight. And then I'm going to snug it up with, don't judge me. That's all I have. Okay. I think that's good. Alright, let's put this last clip in and we are ready to get to work. Alright, looks like we're just got a little bit of a drip here. We're going to clean it up and then we're going to put our valve in. Alright, this is the Fumoto valve for this specific vehicle. The thing that I really like is this quick release right here. Really, so instead of doing all this stuff I just did, I can climb under here. I can go, you know what, hit this little lever up and all the oil comes out that hole right there. Simple. Don't have to take anything off. Undo the filter. Keep it moving. Should be a lot quicker. Really, all I need for install is a 10mm Allen wrench. Alright, first things first, let's... make sure you do not strip these threads. This is important. Just, you'll know when you strip it. It'll feel like you're fighting it. This is the same thing. They said go hand tight and then not too much more tight after that. Let's see, I think I like that positioning. Get adjusted here. Let's see. Alright. And this little clip goes back on, so when you're driving, nothing can bump it, anything like that. You never know. That should be it. Now we'll put the oil in, check for some leaks, and clean up. And all right, I'm gonna begin to start putting some oil in, and then we will also be, once I get about 4 quarts in, I'm gonna start checking it on the dipstick to make sure, you know, I'm at where I need to be. All right, let's begin. Getting close now. Let's check this dipstick again. Oh, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. Okay. See what we got here. If I can get it in the hole. About halfway where we want it. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that, but right at the mark, right where we want to be. 5 quarts, perfect. I'll have to note that down and remember that in the future. All right, now we can go under and see if we have any leaks or anything like that and button this project up. All right, looks like we have no leaks. We have the valve in, the oil filters in, and we can take it off the ramps, and this job is done. Now the only thing I would suggest is maybe the next morning when you do move your vehicle again, just note when you park it if there's any oil spots on the ground. And then when you move it in the morning, get out, check, make sure there's no oil spots. Just, do your due diligence. I've had oil changes where they didn't put the filter in correctly and the oil filter fell off when I was driving. So just, take an eye on some stuff, keep an eye on it, and, keep on keeping on, guys. Have a good day. All right, there you have it. So that's how you do it. It's not that hard, and obviously I don't really know that much what I'm doing either, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just showing you what I do and what some of my friends have showed me and how to do it. And like I said, the savings is huge. When you're looking at $100 just to go to like your regular Jiffy Lube or anything like that, maybe it's not 100 in your area, maybe it's 70, maybe it's 80, whatever. But when you can get the oil on sale for under 30 for 5 quarts, and you can get the oil filter for $5, $6, $7, I mean, that's a no-brainer. You're looking at $35, $40. Yeah, you gotta waste some time, but who cares? It feels good to do stuff for yourself. So, like and subscribe. I'm gonna be posting a lot more of these videos, I hope, and just everything I do. It doesn't have to be automotive. It's gonna be maintenance. It could be cooking. It could be fitness. It could be whatever you guys want. So, leave in the comments what you guys want to see in the future, and we will try to shoot a video on it. All right? Have a great day. Renaissance Handyman out.